guys, Carrie from Carrie Buys Houses here. Today we're going to be talking about the fourth part of the 5-part series, how to get started in real estate investing without a lot of money or cash out of your pocket. So today we're going to be talking about subject 2, and I've brought my good friend and mentor in here today, Augie Bailat. Augie's done over 600 transactions, all without using a lot of cash or banks to do it. So what he teaches about is scope. What is scope?
Well, scope is 5 different ways that we can either buy or control properties without using our own cash or credit. The S stands for seller financing, which we talked about already on one of our segments.
That was last week.
We've got cash. It doesn't have to be your cash, but cash can get us really good discounts when we buy properties. O is for options, which are a tool we can use to control properties, even if we don't own them. The P stands for private money, which we're going to cover in our next segment, I believe.
Yes, that'll be next week.
And E stands for existing financing.
That's today.
So that's SCOPE.
Okay,
Cool.
So great way to remember all these different strategies and without using a lot of cash or credit. So today is subject 2. What is subject 2?
Well, subject 2 is a way of buying a property while leaving the existing financing in place. We kind of refer to it as the TOPS way of buying real estate, TOPS, standing for Taking Over Payments System. So we're going to simply take over the payments on the existing mortgage. We may give some cash to the seller because they may have some equity, but long story short, we're going to simply step in and take over the payments. We are not taking over the mortgage.
Right.
It is not going into our name. It's going to stay in the name of the seller.
Okay.
But, as an example, let's say I own a house.
Okay, so
Oh,
you
good.
are
I
the
have a
seller.
house.
Augie is the
Right.
homeowner.
And that house has financing on it because there's a note and a mortgage.
Yes, let's say there's a Bank of America mortgage on it.
Okay, so what I could do is if Carrie was interested, I could rent her the house, and she would get the use of the house and pay me rent, and I would continue to pay the mortgage, right? That's kind of a standard thing. Lots of people do it.
Yep.
But let's say I'm done with the house. I want to sell it. I'm being transferred to another state. I got a big raise. Something's happening, and I need to and want to sell quickly. So I have this house, and Carrie wants to buy it, and she can make me an offer that says, well, I'll buy it, and I'll own the house, but the mortgage is going to stay in place, and I'm going to take over the payments. So this mortgage is going to stay in my name.
Yes.
Now you might say, why would you do something like that?
Right.
Well, everybody's situation is different.
Correct.
And if I want to sell in a hurry, this is one way I can get it done. I could also list my property, and it could take 6 months to get it sold. But would I want to have a vacant property sitting across the country, unloved, uncared for, risk to vandalism or squatters or anything else? No, it might make more sense for me to do this kind of a transaction. I might also be in a situation where I'm about to fall behind on my mortgage. Maybe I've lost my job.
Or you've already fallen behind on the mortgage.
Or I've already fallen behind, and Carrie comes along and says, look, I can help you save your credit or improve your credit because as part of my deal with you, I will make up the back payments. We'll bring that mortgage current, so there is no foreclosure on your record, number one. And number two, I will keep that mortgage current until somewhere down the road I turn around and sell the property, get this mortgage paid off, and everybody is made whole.
This is a great way to start purchasing properties. We've bought a lot of properties using subject 2, and I'll just give you a real quick example of a property that we just purchased over on the East Coast. The seller was in a distressed situation. He was going through a divorce. He had tenants that weren't paying the rent, so he was having a hard time keeping up with the mortgage payments. And he also lived out of state.
Right.
Now, there was a little bit of equity in the property, but had he sold it, it would have taken him a couple months to sell that property and get the tenants out. And again, he was about to fall behind on those mortgage payments.
So he didn't have the money even to continue making those payments.
No,
Issue
he didn't.
Number one.
Yes. It was great for us because the mortgage payment was about $900 per month, and the house rents for $1,500. So what we did was we took ownership of the property. The mortgage stayed in his name, and then we put someone who is lease optioning that property, which means they're leasing it from us for anywhere from 2 to 3 years, and then they're going to purchase it for the amount that it's going to be worth, the house is going to be worth in 2 to 3 years. So it's great cash flow for us. The mortgage payment will get paid down over the next couple of years. The house will appreciate over the next couple of years, and then we'll cash out. So just a quick example.
Right, and the other benefit to that is when your tenant buyers cash you out, they're gonna go get new financing,
Correct.
and so that underlying mortgage will be paid off in full.
Correct.
So that's a big plus for everybody.
So we like win-win situations, and in this case, this is a win-win-win situation for all the parties involved. Explain to us what are the benefits for the seller in this case.
Number one, you can get a very quick sale. You can close literally within 10 days as soon as the title work comes back, because there's no qualifying for new financing. That's number one. So you get your inspection done, you get your title work done, you can close like that. You also, a benefit to the seller is that they can protect their credit, okay? Or they can improve their credit. I had someone that sent me an email 6 months after we did the transaction, and they said, "Thank you so much. You've increased my credit score by 100 points." Because we pay on the first of the month electronically. So every
Right.
month, those payments are being made, and that's being reported against the borrower's credit score.
Right, because remember
not
the
against
mortgage
our-
is still in the borrower's
Right,
name.
right. So for a seller, this can be an ideal situation because they can move quickly and preserve their credit.
Now, what about the bank? How does the bank benefit in this situation?
Well, I always ask the question, do banks want houses or money?
Well, they like both, but they really like money.
Yeah, they like the money. So if the mortgage is brought and kept current, that's perfect for the bank, okay, until such time as they get paid off in full.
Okay.
So that's, the benefits for the bank.
And how does the investor benefit?
We benefit a couple of different ways. Number one, we don't have to qualify for any new financing, whether with a private lender, a hard money lender, or a financial institution. And we also don't have to tie up our cash. Additionally, we can close very quickly, so that's good for us, and it doesn't appear on our credit report.
Right.
So those are the benefits that, would accrue to an investor.
Right. So that's it for subject 2. All this information is going to be up on my blog page at Carrie's Corner at Carrie Buys Houses. And if you're interested in getting started in real estate investing, please click on the link below. This is Augie's free ebook, The Financial Freedom Blueprint. It's great material to get started with how to get started in real estate investing without a lot of cash or credit. And where can they find you, Augie?
They can find me at creatingwealthusa.com. We have got plenty of free resources up there. Check our resources page. And you can sign up for our free newsletter, the Intellectual Capital Report, too.
Okay, that's it for today, guys. Thanks.